trying to see what I can see. Hey everybody, I got my glasses on and I'm looking tired. We're gonna do it. We hadn't planned on doing a show. You're gonna come over here if you're gonna be in the lover and the giver. It's the two of us over here together. Yeah, we're doing a show and we just started a conversation because, and you know I don't like to mention names because it's not about one person. It's about that there's probably a bunch of people feeling the same way. We went somewhere and, you know, I was talking to someone and they were congratulating me again on our marriage. And I was saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm married to this crazy dude, but, you know, I'm crazy about the dude. And, you know, she sighed and she was like, I really just don't think that I don't really want to do it. And I kind of cut her off because I said, if the person you're seeing, and they're seeing someone, is not making you feel like I want to get on this road with this person again, don't get on the road. Do not get on the road. If I had to stand there with Danger Will Robinson, do not get on a road with someone that is not like overwhelmingly making you happy. And so, you know, I tried to inquire very nicely. I was like, well, and she was like, well, you know, they got this going on, and I've got this going on. I'm like, everybody always going to have something going on. That's not the point. And she got to the point really, really quickly. She says, he's got to get himself together. Well, that's enough. If you're trying to start the rest of your life and you're ready to roll, you got the key in the ignition, you're ready to go, and this person is sitting there trying to figure out if they even got gas in the car, that's a problem. And depending on how long they sit by the road with the gas in the car, no gas in the car, then you begin to have that angst that she was feeling like, I really just don't think I want to do this again. She'd been married before, had children, was being a single parent. And I said, do not marry. And I'm going to say this 1,001 times. Do not marry anyone that does not make you literally get up every day and you cannot wait to see them. You cannot wait to do things together. You cannot wait to share your life. And why he turned it on is because I was sitting here talking so much about him that when I met him, he started off the gate. Let me tell you some things that might be deal breakers. I'm a janitor. I don't make a whole lot of money. I'm like, okay. I live with my parents. My parents are still here, and I still live with them, and I'm not on my own. Okay? I forgot what else you told me. There's a bunch of things you tried to tell me.
You said you said something real good that I tried to record.
Well, I'm getting to...
I'm a janitor. I stay with my parents.
Yeah.
I don't have it all together.
I don't have it all together. But
you said
his attitude wasn't to stay in the situation I met him in. His attitude was like, but I want to change that. I want to do something else. So here you were a janitor, and then, like I was saying, you became a CEO founder. And let me tell you something. This is a very little known fact. When we started this, I was going to be the CEO because I had at least run a business before, and I was like, okay, we'll flip-flop. I'll do CEO for a year, and then as you watch and grow, you can... And he was like, no, I don't just want to be founder. I know I'm founder. I want to be CEO. And so he took a role that he really wasn't prepared for. But it was like, look, I'm ready for some on-the-job training. Let me get in the role, and I'll... You know, everybody makes mistakes. I'll fix them and learn as fast as I can. He lived with his parents, but when it came time for us to get someplace together, he was right there. What paperwork I got to sign? Where we got to go? What do we got to do? So this wasn't a person that was sitting by the road with a gas can talking about, I want to get down the road, but I ain't got no gas. He was ready to go the minute things popped up. And that's what made it exciting. You know, I was telling him that I get up every day excited to go where he goes, excited to see what he sees, excited to meet the people. And we were joking because I can't remember people not to save my life. And so literally he'll be reintroducing the people like, you know them from here, Judy. This is so-and-so. Do you remember they came and I'm like, Yeah, I keep talking. It'll get in there sooner or later. But I'm excited to be in his life. And I have made a promise to myself not to marry somebody just for the convenience of having a person there. Just so I could wake up and not be lonely. It won't sustain you. It will not sustain you. You have to be excited. And so that's what I told her. I said, if this person doesn't do that for you, and I'm not talking about butterflies. I'm not talking about a crush. I'm talking about you are literally, your mind is engaged to this person and what they're doing. And you look forward to just every morning and breakfasts and lunches. You look forward to that thing. And then you can see it way down the line without being tired or being aggravated. Then that's a person that you should try to be with. But if that person is not doing it for you, if y'all are just like, hey, where we going on Friday? And y'all go there on Friday, and you're still waiting with your keys in your hand, and he's still got a gas can talking about, well, one of these days I'm gonna get there. Don't settle yourself in that. Don't. And you could see in her face that she was like, can I tell him one more thing? Stop second guessing your gut reactions. Your gut reaction knows when it's not right. Stop second guessing yourself. Stop saying, well, I'm getting older. I may not get anybody else. No, he's a good guy. Well, he's a Christian. But that's not enough. And you're going to try to second guess what I figure is probably the Holy Spirit telling you, danger, Will Robinson, don't go this way. That's what I'm saying, what up, cuz. So, literally, I'm telling people, I'm not saying, you got to drop them like a hot potato, but don't start trying to make a future happen. Don't start trying to manufacture a future. We just fell into our future. Every day, we're like, he just asked me, what did you just ask me? Where do you want to go? I'm like, I don't know. We're waiting on, we got a photo shoot tomorrow. We've already been to like 3-4 events today. I look forward to being with this man every single day. I get upset when he got to go to work. I really do. I don't tell you that, but I do. Especially because it's a 10-hour job, and by the time you come home, you're tired. So it's like, don't settle. And I know what it's like to have somebody in your life and say, well, maybe this is it. This is all I'm going to get. I was in a relationship like that 2 years before I met him, and was trying to fit myself into that box and say, just give it up, Judy. Just take this, because this is what you got. And it's not bad, but it pales compared to what we've got. It pales. There's no comparison. I love you, and I love being with you. And I can't imagine another person on the planet that I'd rather be with. And that's what made me marry you. Not because you were just there, not because, well, he's a Christian and all of that. But so I'm telling everybody, and especially us women, because I think we're feeling it. I mean, maybe some men are, but I'm not a man. I can only talk from the women. We're feeling like our time is running out. We're feeling like, the pickings is real slim. We're feeling like, oh my God, there's 10 women to every one man. And so if I got one and he ain't trying to have 9 other women, I ought to hold on to him. But if he doesn't send you every single day, that's an old term. If he doesn't excite you every day, if you're not looking forward, if you're looking at him like, if you would just get yourself together, we'd be okay, then stop. Then stop. Don't try to fit yourself into that little peg in that box and make something work when it maybe is not supposed to work. Now, I done had this conversation with 2 women in the last week. In the last week? In the last week. So if I'm having 2 conversations, then I know there's got to be more. There's got to be more women trying to make something fit. And you know, today I was at an event and the lady was like, "Oh, you a married woman trying to talk to single people." And I said, "I've only been married for 2 months." Yeah, she almost dismissed me until I began to tell my story that I had been married twice.
Who was this ignorant woman?
No, I don't remember. Yeah, at the brunch. And she said it, and then she came back. She said, "I really didn't mean it." No, yes, you meant it, because in your spirit, you're a little rankle over that I got somebody and you still out here. But the point of the matter is when I told her my story, that I had been married 2 times, that I had spent nearly 8 to 10 years in between the first husband and the last husband, really not dating because my children had so many needs, special needs. I didn't have time to date, you know. So I knew what that path of loneliness was like. I knew what that path was. Well, who the heck is going to marry a woman with 2 off-the-chain children, and then she got disabilities on her own? Who the heck is going to marry this woman? I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like. So, you know, and then when I came down here, my second marriage had failed. And I was sitting there, and I got into a relationship, and I tried to make myself fit. And thank God the Holy Spirit wouldn't let me do it. It's like, what do you want, more of the same? The same that you're going to get tired of him and he going to get tired of you? And I said, you know what? No, I want what God has for us, which is an abiding, wonderful, fantastic love, and I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. And I had to tell the person, hey, you're great. We get along fine. Your family knows me, and we all think we're mom and pop. But this isn't it. This is not it. And I will not settle until I get it. And trust and believe, I got people tell me, oh, you 50. You ain't never going to get it. You on disability. Who wants some old disabled woman? I had people say that to me. And God brought the perfect person for me, who doesn't see me as a disabled old woman. They call me cougar every 5 minutes.
You old. You're very old.
You know what, you silly.
Well, go ahead.
But the point of the matter is, and I'm making this clear, men and women, do not settle just because the person is there. If you cannot look at them and say, oh my goodness. And I know people say, oh, well, you just newly married, Judy. That's going to wear off. Yeah, ask a person who's been married unsuccessfully for a little bit. They're excited when they find somebody.
We've both been married before, so
thank you.
You know.
We've been there before.
Yeah.
Ask somebody who's been through divorce and had to pick up and move because of a divorce. And I've been through foreclosure. And I was telling her, I said, honey, I've been through some stuff. Don't judge this just because I'm sitting here. I said, one of the reasons I stay in this singles movement and ministry is because I know exactly what you're going through. I know exactly how you're feeling. And why in the world, if I got out, should I not turn around and help my brothers and sisters get out? Why shouldn't I? You know? Or at least come and tell them, this is what works. Keep going to God and asking for it.
Well, like you put it in hip-hop terms, you know, when 50 got on, 50 struggled through the industry, you know, trying to get on through Jam Master Jay, etc., right? But when he finally got on with Eminem, what did he do? He came back, got Lloyd Banks, came back, got Tony Ayo, came back, got everybody out of Queens, right? And brought them on to him, and I added on Young Buck, got Young Buck from Juvenile. When Eminem got on, what did he do? He went back to get D12. So the point is just because somebody gets to a certain, makes a certain step, don't mean they have to basically forget where they came from.
Thank you.
And you really sound stupid. And I'm going to just say it. You know, the reality, I tried to let her in the zone, but you really sound dumb. I don't care how much education you got, because it's just basically hidden, you know, how dumb you are. If you sit there and just think that just because married couples are married, they got to forget where they come from. You know, we don't forget where we come from. We know it's a struggle. I know how hard it is. It's hard. Oh yeah, everybody got motive. Everybody got agendas. The first question a woman asks you through a relationship, which she didn't ask me, she didn't care, is what is it? What do you do for a living?
I tell people I never ask.
You know, and then you say, wait, and then you say, Then I say I'm a janitor, and then next thing you know, the conversation cut short. But what if I was a CEO of Bank of America or whatever, and I was the nastiest dude in the world, and I was just dogging you out and everything, just rude, ignorant, disrespectful. But you would accept that more than somebody who has integrity, more than somebody who loves, more than somebody who just cares, you know, and not trying to sleep with you and brag to the boys about how many women I slept with or how I dogged you out last night. She gave me head last night, dog. And Tamara gave me plenty of head last night, and this head was just like this, and she was doing this to my head and doing all of that, just sucking me, all dry. And then next thing you know, your friends come up and all of them in a zone, and all of them just looking at you like, dog, that dude really dogging that girl out, only if she knew. And one of them might try you behind the scenes. You know, so I know how hard it is to be single. Why would I leave it? Look at Ernest Keith for a fact. That dude, now look at him. Now he needs all the attention in the world, coming up here, posting, trying to get somebody's attention right now. I bet you in the next 5 minutes, he's going to draw and try to talk to somebody who he feels is very attractive. You know how hard it is, and he's been married twice, I believe. But he really wants a relationship. He might be confused, but he wants a relationship, and nobody's paying him the attention that he's asking for in the wrong way. I know how hard it is to be single. So why would I not give back, or why would I not try to help a brother who's single, or why would I not try to help a woman who's single? You ain't got to agree with me. I don't care, but I know how hard it is to be single.
Thank you. Like I said, there was nearly 10
Why do you
years.
think I made Single, Saved, and Serious?
Hello. It wasn't for you to just get married and shut it down.
I came up with that.
Thank you.
I came up with that. So you gotta be, and I ain't gonna be politically correct. No, I'm not gonna be, oh, come on now, godly man. You know how many preachers done called you dumb and you don't even know it? The reality is that if you forget where you came from, the only thing you're gonna have is you. And that's all I'm gonna say about the situation. Because all of these women, we at 360 Lounge right now, right? You see how many single women out here, or how many women out here right now trying to get drunk? I just talked to the owner, and the owner said, if ain't nobody coming, we gonna shut it down. About 100 people done showed up after 9 o'clock, ready to get drunk.
In the darkness, you know what I'm saying?
Ready to get drunk. Single, ain't no men out here, just all women getting drunk. The men probably gonna come at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, but they lit out here. I know how hard it is to be single. You know how many women in here are confused, bitter, and angry? You know how many men in here about to go plot on these women? It's one man to every 10 women, and they're gonna plot on 5, 3 or 4 of them. That a homeboy right there with the cast on. But you know how many women up here that just looking for a man? Just looking for somebody?
Is that Tim?
Yeah.
I had a Tim.
Just looking for somebody?
Just looking for somebody. So, I mean, all we're saying is, don't settle. You know, don't settle. It doesn't mean that they're not a good person. It doesn't mean they could be a very good person.
What happened to your arm?
Rotator cuff surgery.
But it doesn't mean that that's the person for the rest of your life. In fact, you know, literally, they could be a friend of the family. They can be all sorts of things like that. But if you're looking and you're sighing, you haven't even got married yet. You're sighing and you're saying, I just don't know if I want to go through that again. If that's your line, then that person is not the right person. Because you should be excited You should be so excited. I think we're getting to the point that we'll just take anything, and we've lost the childlike excitement of a new thing. That's why a lot of times when we were dating, I said, there are things we're not going to do until we're married. And he would say, well, why? Because I want to be excited about my marriage.
Yeah, we weren't going to travel until we married.
We weren't going to travel overnight in the hotel or away from home until we were married, so that I could have something to say I shared with you in our marriage.
Facts, like y'all like to say on social media, facts.
Okay? I didn't cook for him. I did not. I cooked
Facts.
one meal, which was a Thanksgiving meal, and that was for the whole family, just wasn't for him. But now, I got up this morning, I was so excited. What did I make? I made cheesy grits, cheesy eggs, bacon, big old pot of coffee, because he's my husband. And I don't know if you saw today when we went to an event, and I get up all the time to make his plate. And I saw these people looking at me. I could see out the corner where Trina was looking at me like, where's she going? She ain't making her plate. I went to the lady, and I said, well, no, this isn't for me. This is for my husband. And she did a double take, like, who? What? You make a plate for your husband? It's an honor to make a plate. And I'm not talking about some subservient, submissive, I don't have a brain woman. I'm saying that this person excites me so much, I do want to be in control of what's on his plate. I want to make sure that he gets what he wants. What do you want, honey? You need another napkin? What do you want to drink? It's an honor to be of service to this person. And I know, yes, I'm the giver. But the other day when he was tired, had worked 10 hours on his feet, and so I was tired, he went downstairs and washed the dishes, knowing that I was tired.
Yes,
you know, so I'm like, this is what we should be happy about in marriage. It should not be a drudgery, like, oh, here I go again. I got married, and, you know, if you're saying that and it hasn't even been a year into the relationship, there's something wrong.
But it's sad. It's just sad the thought process that social media has basically put on people. You know, the single and marriage mentality.
Yeah,
you know, the
not
separation.
Mortal enemies.
The separation of being single. I love being around. When I was single, I loved being around married couples because that was an encouragement.
Yes, you were telling that to somebody.
Yeah, that was very encouraging to me, knowing that I wanted to be married. You know, I tried to be around married couples as much as possible and had fun with them. And they were very encouraging, whether they were arguing, fighting, or whatever. It was encouraging when they were not at their best. Not communicating at their best. I was excited about it because of the love that they had behind the scenes, and it was like, I'm dying for that when me and Judy me and my future wife just get in a mood swing to where we're not talking and we're angry at each other and just going at it in front of people. You know, that was a desire for me. So that was very, like, I love being around married couples. We love being around singles because we're an inspiration to singles.
Yes.
Somebody that was single a couple of hours ago, who she just says she loves looking at us.
She says, I love looking at you guys. You inspire me, you motivate me.
And you motivate.
You know, I loved being around married people too, and I never saw the separation.
Yeah.
Even I grew up, and my church, as I was growing up, had a singles ministry, but it was not like you couldn't. It wasn't like, you know, if you touched him, you burst into flames or something. There was always trips where everybody got together as a big old family.
And that's what we are. We're family.
We're family.
We're all family oriented. I'm family oriented. She's family oriented.
Yes.
So we come together and we build around family. Yes, it's called Single, Saved, and Serious, but the thing that we inspire is family.
Family.
What we're surrounded by is family. Bring your kids out. Bring your dates. Bring whatever you want to bring out, and enjoy the gospel.
Come on out. Thank you.
And enjoy the gospel.
You know,
that's all you're gonna hear. That's the only difference.
I used to hear that single parents didn't feel welcome in the singles groups. Well, what kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah. I mean, just ignorant.
You know, it's like, why do we want to create more division? So you know, literally, I let the lady know. She said, oh, well, maybe I could. Once I started telling her, she's like, well, maybe we need to talk together. Maybe you can help me with some things. And I was like, if God gave me something, I hope it can help anybody. I don't want it to be that I can only help this person who, everybody might have a nugget or a jewel that they can give you. And so stay open to that. But I just don't want my sisters or my brothers to be running around here with this angst. You got somebody, but you're not excited. You know, you had the 5-minute crush.
Just have somebody to have somebody.
Have somebody to have somebody. The 5-minute crush, the joy has kind of rolled off, and you're like, oh, I just can't see myself. Yeah, you're right. You cannot see yourself. That is your mind telling you, no, you can't see it. I could see. I got so impatient after a while. I was impatient to marry you. I really was. I was like, dog, when we got to the year and you kind of weren't there yet, I was like, shoot, this is taking too long. I don't know how much. What did I even tell you the day we woke up?
These people gonna think you're a lunatic.
I don't care. I got impatient to marry him. The day I woke up, that you stayed over because my brother was sick that night. And what did I tell you? I said, I don't think I can make it this summer. I told you. Yeah. I said, don't think that I can make it this summer. And it wasn't just about sex. It was literally, I wanted to be in his presence. I wanted to stop coming.